Wake up in the morning, yeah, it's time to get prepared. Gotta check the weather so you know just what to wear. Hey, you turn Fox 32 on. It's time to get your day going. No need to be stressed. We have the news up next. We show Chicago's traffic, so there's no need to panic. Feeling good, feeling great. It's gonna be a good day.
This is my YMCA. Couldn't wait to go every Saturday morning. This is my high school. This is where I learned about journalism, fell in love with it. This is my hot dog stand. Exactly how I remember it. This is my ballpark. The Sox and what they meant to me as a kid, it's a tremendous feeling. And this is my home.
This is my elementary school. Such a big part of my childhood was here, 1st through 8th grade. This is my high school. It was here on this stage where I fell in love with musicals and performing. This is my pancake house. My twin sister and I always ordered the same thing, the junior plate, the Dutch baby. This is my tennis court. Every time I drive by, I'm reminded of my childhood with my dad. This is my neighborhood. This is my home.
This Friday, Pets, Plaza, perfect. It's Paws on the Plaza, live Friday morning on Good Day Chicago. Come on down to the Fox 32 Plaza on Michigan Avenue this Friday. Paws dogs and cats will be here, ready to meet you and find a forever home. Visit the Good Day page on fox32chicago.com to learn more.
All next week on Good Day Chicago.
The city's top chefs share their favorite family holiday recipes with our family.
And then we're sharing them with you.
Best of all, it's all a part of our plan to help the Greater Chicago Food Depository this holiday season.
That's all next week on Good Day Chicago.
Holiday helpings on Good Day Chicago. Tomorrow, Chef Danny Grant of Maple and Ash and Etta shows Connie Payton how to put together a heavenly seafood dish. We'll show you how to get the recipe and help the food depository at the same time. Holiday helpings, tomorrow on Good Day Chicago.
Well, welcome to my home and welcome to another edition of Holiday Helpings benefiting the Greater Chicago Food Depository. I am here with the amazing chef Danny Grant of both Maple and Ash and Etta, two of my favorite restaurants in Chicago, and we are going to be putting together a wonderful recipe for you that you will be able to learn how to make at home. Welcome, chef.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, happy to have you again. This is becoming a tradition for us.
I know, it's our little holiday tradition. It's great.
It is. Well, what are we going to be planning on the menu today?
So today we're making something that we make for a lot of people in the restaurant, but I also like to make at my house for my family as well.
Awesome.
And it's a roasted seafood tower.
All right.
So this one is really special because we roast it with a little bit of a smoked tomato butter, and then we serve it with the glazed pasta to get all those awesome juices and everything like that.
All right, sounds good. Let's
So
get
it's
to
really
work.
Special, yeah, absolutely. So the first thing that we'll get started on is making our tomato butter. The base of this butter is the smoked tomatoes, and we use a little bit of shallots, of garlic, olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and then we'll put it in the oven and then just let them slowly stew away to concentrate their flavors.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're gonna be making the smoked tomato butter now. So we have the room temperature butter, confit tomatoes, shallots, and garlic, smoked paprika, red wine vinegar, and then we'll just put a little bit of lemon in there as well. So there you go, we're all set.
Look at that.
Nice and smooth, everything's emulsified. So often you go out to the restaurants and you get these giant, awesome, beautiful king crab, and half the battle is getting them out of the shell. The first move you wanna do is you're gonna just crack it like that. Then we're gonna crack the knuckle off.
Okay.
There you go, you did it better than me. You use these little kitchen shears, and we cut it right down the side. It's honestly not that hard. Voila.
Okay.
Crack open
We'll
a few
move on
more.
to our next step.
And then we'll start plating them up in a platter, coating them in a little bit of the smoked tomato butter, and then it's in the oven it goes, and we're almost there. Here we have a bunch of beautiful shellfish that we've cleaned up, prawns, lobsters, and of course the king crab that we just cleaned. What we do is we can just assemble a few of these guys. We take some of our beautiful butter, and we just kind of smear it on all the shellfish. It's also gonna provide a sauce in the pan, which, you know,
Yeah.
just a little bit of olive oil on there,
Oh
and then we
my
go straight into the oven. We're good to go. This is a fresh pasta. It goes right into the salted boiling water.
Okay.
So what we do is we add a little bit of the Parmesan stock. We bring that up to a boil, and then we'll add a little bit of butter, and then our pasta.
Sounds good.
This is a secret weapon that we use at the restaurant. It's a little bit of just garlic-infused butter. The roasted shellfish is out of the oven, looking beautiful.
It looks fantastic,
Everything.
and it smells unbelievable.
I agree. One of my favorite things to put on things is chives. A little dusting of chives in there.
Right in here on top?
Yep. And then we just add this right in here. And that is all she wrote. How'd we do?
Oh my gosh. You always do it. You come here and you make these amazing recipes. Absolutely my favorite. Thank you so much. And for you at home, if you would like to get this delicious recipe to make yourself, just go to fox32chicago.com, click on the Holiday Helpings icon, and we will take you to the Greater Chicago Food Depositories page, where you can download the recipe and make a donation to the food depository at the same time. Chef, this is unbelievable. I can't wait to continue to just keep eating. This is all for me too.
Oh, that's all yours, yes. No sharing here.
We grew up in different parts of the city. Because I have another Chicagoan here, I trust him, and I know he trusts me with delivering Chicago news.
I identify with her in the way she loves the city and has passion for what she does, and I'd like to think I'm the same way.
The fact that we're friends and know each other's rhythm makes us a better team.
I remember starting out in the news business years and years ago. At the time I was working in New York, and a lot of people thought, what are you, nuts? You're leaving New York? But I always wanted to come home. Calling my parents to tell them I was coming home. Wow. And the idea that I'm still here doing this, I feel like I'm the luckiest guy in America.
I grew up watching news here as a child. I would be amazed at the women who were on there delivering the news, and then I fell into this and I love it. And I imagine some nights when I'm on the anchor desk that there is a little girl watching me thinking the same thing I used to think when I was sitting in Chicago at my parents' house watching the news.
The organization that I'm supporting this holiday season is Paws Chicago. Anyone who knows me or watches Fox 32 News at all knows that everyone here is a big fan of what they do. A lot of people describe Paws Chicago as an organization that saves the lives of homeless dogs and cats, and they absolutely do. What they do for those animals is unbelievable, and it's life-changing, but I always describe Paws Chicago as an organization that saves the lives of humans. If you know me, you know that I was someone who walked through the doors of Paws Chicago about 3 years ago just to learn about the process, with no intention of getting a pet. Somehow an hour later I walked out with an 18-pound puppy in my arms named Daenerys, who changed my life in ways that I can't even begin to imagine. Hi, baby. Ever since I adopted Daenerys, I have found this urge, this need, this longing to return the love that they gave to me. So I love to spend my time going to the 5K walks and emceeing those. I've attended countless galas to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars to help support Paws Chicago. I've done several live shots with them in order to be able to make sure that the people of Chicago are aware of their needs, and they cannot help us unless we help them. It's an organization that saves the lives of dogs and cats, but it also saves the lives of humans, and that's why I care.
My father started the Walter Payton Foundation after he was drafted to the Chicago Bears in the late 70s. He always thought that it was his mission in life to give back, and was wondering how can he leave a legacy, not just on the field, but really it was more important to him to leave one off the field. So after my dad passed away, my family and I continued the foundation, and we changed it to the Walter and Connie Payton Foundation because my mom, Connie, really became the face of the organization.
Happy holidays, everybody!
The Walter and Connie Payton Foundation really started with my dad's mission to help all of the kids here in Chicago that were part of the Department of Children and Family Services. So we provide Christmas to all of them. You know, these are a lot of kids that are in foster homes or that are wards of the state and didn't always have Christmas. So we wanted to make sure that this holiday season was something that would put a smile on their face. We have amazing volunteers that help us. You know, our largest toy drive is at Soldier Field every year. The Bears have partnered with us to make sure that all the fans can come and bring a new unwrapped toy to kids in need. And it's amazing. It means so much to my family. It really was, I think, what my dad would say would be his greatest legacy, is the foundation that he's left on. So it's an honor for us to continue to carry it on in his name. And that's why I care.